we'll actually have to leave it at that because we have the management of Jindal Stainless with us. Should pull up that stock for you. It was up about 6.5 to 7%, up 9.5% now. From what I figure out, there is a restructuring plan which I believe would have needed approval. The Chandigarh High Court could still soon give its nod for restructuring the company into two listed companies, if I'm not wrong. So Rajiv Rajvanshi, he's Senior VP Strategy and Legal of Jindal Stainless, joins us on the phone line. Good having you. Thanks so much for joining in. Now, Rajiv, I don't know what the news is as of now, whether it's just the restructuring plan, whether it's already out, and whether it's been approved. Can you fill us in on the details?
This is actually a composite scheme of arrangement.
Yes.
Which Punjab and Haryana High Court, Chandigarh, which is our, our registered office in Hisar.
Okay.
So the court jurisdiction is Chandigarh.
Okay.
So Chandigarh court has approved our scheme of arrangement, and the existing Jindal Stainless Limited will be divided into 4 companies. 2 will be listed and 2 will be unlisted.
Okay.
So existing JSL and a company called Jindal Stainless Hisar Limited. These 2 will be in stainless steel business, and the 3rd company would be Jindal United Steel Limited, which will be carbon steel, and the 4th company is Jindal Coke Limited.
So
now, just what we wanted to understand is that this overall restructuring plan, Mr. Rajvanshi, was in order to reduce your overall debt. So give us a sense as to what your current debt stands at. Is it close to 8,500 crores? And what will be the plans to offset your overall debt with this recast plan?
Exactly. Our existing debt is about 8,500 crores. And out of that, 5,500 crore of debt will be repaid to the existing JSL lenders. So by composite scheme of arrangement, the objective was to unlocking the value for all the stakeholders of the company, to increase its profitability, and debt servicing will improve other than reduction of debt.
Okay, so out of 8.5, 5.5 gets repaid.
5.5, yeah. 5.5 will be repaid to the lenders.
And the remaining 3,000?
Remaining 3,000 JSL will continue to have with.
So, pray tell me, Rajiv, what would this mean for an equity shareholder? Somebody is holding on to your share right now.
Yeah.
What will the eventual thing be? How will he benefit? How will he lose? What will happen?
See, as part of the scheme, it's a demerger.
Yes.
So all the existing shareholders of JSL will be issued shares in the ratio of 1:1.
Okay.
So it's being a mirror shareholding.
Okay.
So existing JSL shareholders will have one existing share, and they'll be in addition issued one share of JSHL, which is Jindal Stainless Hisar Limited.
Okay.
So it's a mirroring.
And you also mentioned that there will also be a formation of 2 unlisted entities.
Exactly.
So what happens there? Are there any rights given to the existing shareholders out there or no?
They will be, no, not to the existing. Existing will be having in both the stainless steel businesses.
Acha, both the listed stainless steel businesses.
Yeah.
Okay, and just word on then, how would the things go ahead? When will the 2 companies get listed? Both the listed entities, that is, and how much of the assets of the current Jindal Stainless go into the 2 listed entities?
Existing JSL will be residual JSL.
Okay.
So from there, Hisar is coming out, which is about 1,700 crores of asset base.
Okay.
And there's a hot strip mill which will go to Jindal United Steel Limited, JUSL, which will be unlisted. That is about 2,600 crores.
And what will be the shareholding of your company? I just didn't get that in the listed subsidiary and the other subsidiaries like Jindal United Steel, Jindal Coke.
26% Jindal Stainless will hold in Jindal United as well as Jindal Coke.
Okay. And, just to get in a perspective as well on the industry and the sector and the company, what are your expectations when it comes to the volume and the sales growth going forward?
There would be both ways it will improve, because the debt which is being recasted will be a longer tenure. So servicing of debt will increase, and the cost of debt will also come down.
Okay. Rajiv, one final question, at least from my end. I'm guessing that would you need to do an IPO of any of the units to get them listed, or they'll straight away come as listed entities?
No, we will do for Jindal Stainless Hisar Limited.
Jindal Steel Hisar Limited.
Yeah.
Okay. So simply put, for somebody who is holding in a Jindal Stainless Steel share, which is worth 50 rupees right now.
Yeah.
How will his life change? Please just keep it simple so that people who are listening in right now can figure that out.
Yeah, it would be too early to comment, but there is certainly going to be unlocking of the value for all the stakeholders, because the profitability of the company will increase on account of reduction of the cost,
right,
and also debt servicing as well as the cost of debt.
Are promoter group entities investing in the company? Because we had heard that Sajjan Jindal, Naveen Jindal and a few others would be investing.
Yeah, from within the family, they'll be investing in Jindal United Steel and Jindal Coke.
Which are the unlisted companies? They won't be investing in the listed companies?
No, not really. Mr. Ratan Jindal is investing in the listed company.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Fair call. I'm still not completely at ease because I don't quite understand how will this materially impact the life of a common shareholder, Rajiv. If I don't know, how can you explain that to me?
I would say it is the increase in the profitability and
But in terms of the two companies which will list, Rajiv, how would it work? So for somebody who's holding in onto a 50 rupee share right now, how would it impact his life?
Any financial pundit would vouch that the company which is going to be existing leveraging is coming down.
Okay.
So it is more of a financial re-engineering.
Sure.
So life of the common shareholder should be more at ease than it is now.
Touch wood. We wish you all the best with further debt reduction as well.
Yeah.
And thanks so much.
Thanks.
Look forward to talk to you at a time closer to the listing as well, Rajiv.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining in. Okay, we tried our best, but can't give complete clarity on what the immediate impact would be for JSL, is what they're saying. But debt will come off quite substantially from 8,500 crores. That will come off by almost 5,000 crores. Just remember that the promoter group entities, Sajjan Jindal, Naveen Jindal, etc., are not investing in the two companies which will be listed. They are investing in the two companies which will be unlisted. So that is something to take on board as well. But Jindal Stainless is up. Before we thank Deven Choksi, Deven, I don't know if you track a Jindal Stainless individually or no, but commodities isn't the business to be in right now. If you are a shareholder, you heard the interview as well. If you were a shareholder of Jindal Stainless, what would you do?
I'm not a shareholder of this particular company, Neeraj, so honestly I think won't have too much of opinion to express either, and probably not have studied enough about this particular transaction. But per se, I think in commodity business, I think that many of the metal commodity companies are now becoming a little more attractive. If the global environment starts stabilizing, then in that case they would have the benefit of lower input costs, the fuel costs, and that could possibly, along with the expected demand revival happening in India on the infrastructure side, that could possibly give them the price stability also on the revenue side. From that perspective, I think the sector may probably see some amount of revival. Though I must say that I think it is still, a couple of quarters away, before which we can make a decisive call on this subject. But do believe that I think in next few quarters, we should be seeing the revival in the sector happening, and probably I think that could be good for the investors, because once you pick up the cycle right, then probably you might end up getting the better return out of your investments, and that's what I'm looking at, But we'll have to validate it about a couple of quarters from now.
Great, Deven. Thanks for joining in on Closing Trades, giving us your thoughts on the markets as well as those individual stocks. 79.73, but let's get in a call from our technical experts as well on their closing strategies. Then, and Ashwini, to you first.
Well, I think you can take home a Dish TV with a stop at about 112 and look for targets of 125.
Well, Ashwini, I must say, is in love with Dish TV today. It's a strong stock. It's performed well, closing in at the high point of the day as well.